It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl. Hi there, this is Datila with the Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you your AEW Rampage and Friday Night Smackdown review. All right, it's wrestling time post show. So, tonight's Rampage started off with Bobby Fish versus Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy immediately went after Bobby Fish, and Bobby Fish countered. I thought this was a good match, a great way to kick off Rampage. Jungle Boy ended up winning, but Bobby Fish did not tap out. I want to make that very clear. Bobby Fish did not tap out. He passed out. And then, of course, Adam Cole Bay comes out, attacks Jungle Boy, gets a chair, but then who comes out? Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and they attack Fish, and Cole leaves Fish to get hit with the kill switch. What were your thoughts on this opening match and segment?
You nailed it right on the spot. The thing that stood out in my mind the most out of this whole entire kerfuffle was there was when Jungle Boy belly to belly suplex Bobby Fish into the corner of the turnbuckle ring. Oh my God. It was like, it wasn't a botch, but it was a botch, but it was one of those quick, scary moves where his lower back tailbone hit the middle of the corner. His neck was like, did he break it or not? But you nailed it. And we're getting these groups fighting tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. So after this, we had a SuperKliq segment. It was the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. And they were getting ready to cut a promo when who shows up? Hangman Adam Page, and he gets in Adam Cole's face, asking to speak to the Young Bucks. Adam Cole telling him anything he has to say to the Young Bucks, he could say to their face too. But the Young Bucks tell him that it's okay, that he can go. And Hangman basically apologizes to the Young Bucks for being an ass, for costing them the opportunity at the titles, and that they screwed him, so now that they're even. And he warns them not to get involved in his match on Saturday. What are your thoughts on this segment?
Man, this wound up happening to be a feud that I didn't know that I wanted. Adam Page, Adam Cole. There was a twist at the end when he was apologizing for being mean, but then he sort of, reversed on that. But I like where this is going. My mind is going crazy. Is he going to win the title? Thus, we're going to have Adam Cole fighting him for the title. It's so much. It was a fun little backstage segment.
Some people are saying that once Kyle O'Reilly joins, which is more than likely going to happen, Adam Cole's going to turn on Kenny Omega, and they're going to have
hope
the Undisputed Era.
I definitely hope. Can they say Undisputed Era or no?
Probably not. So I don't know what they would call themselves.
Super Undisputed or something like that, probably, right? No.
I have an ambulance passing by. Forgive me. Take over.
Oh man, okay. So yeah, that was a pretty cool little segment. Adam Page was just a few inches taller than him. I always look at his size, Adam Cole, compared to him. But yeah, this was a very cool feud that I think we could have. And I will definitely love to hear Datila's response to the next match coming up. The It Factor, the next big thing I consider, Jade Cargill. Man, she has star power written all over her. And it sounds like she's back. I was just finishing up on that segment, but we're talking about Jade Cargill was the next match against Santana Garrett, and I was just going over how Jade Cargill, I believe, has it.
Well, you're not wrong. She definitely has it. It's her 1-year anniversary signing with AEW. This match, I don't want to call it a squash match, but as essentially that's what it was. This match was basically just to show off Jade Cargill's strength. And to continue her feud with Red Velvet, who was in attendance, as you saw. And, of course, Jade Cargill, who still remains undefeated, picked up the win. At the end of the match, though, Red Velvet attacked her, and she caked Mark Sterling, which I thought was a pretty funny moment. Yeah. And then, of course, all chaos broke out. But you're definitely right. Jade Cargill has the it factor. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's cool. Yeah, she definitely does. Jericho throughout this segment, though, a lot of people, Jim Cornette, say that he screams during commentary, and it really came through at that moment while Datila's on mute. And yeah, I like that she's not the ratchet wrestler that we have like in Kiera Hogan, Sasha Banks, the established one. She looks like a Brock Lesnar in that division. She has the look. She's pretty. She could cut a mean promo when there's nothing but up for her Just the only negative are the marks online saying that she's green. Nothing green about her. Red Velvet now, on the other hand, is. But are you there by any chance, Datila, or not?
I'm back.
Awesome.
Yes, definitely. I totally agree with you. I like Jade Cargill. I definitely do see her becoming the first TBS champion.
Mm-hmm.
So after this, we had Dante Martin versus Ariya or
Daivari.
Daivari.
Where's the
Yeah. So this was actually just a match between two hometown boys. This was both of them was their hometown. This was actually a really great match for it to not have any build and just be like, I guess, like a showcase of two hometown boys.
Mm-hmm.
Really great match. So it would have been great if either guy won. Of course, Dante Martin picked up the victory here. And what happened at the end, Team Taz actually, who joined Jericho on commentary, were watching, and Team Taz, Ricky Starks specifically, offered Dante Martin a contract and saying that he's been on a roll as of late. And Ricky Starks isn't wrong. Dante Martin has been on a roll. He's actually, like a really good wrestler, and for only being 20, he's definitely has a bright future ahead of him. What were your thoughts on this match and segment?
Man, you went over it perfectly, inch by inch, step by step, day by day. This was I was not a fan of Dante Martin until tonight. How the crowd got into him, the top rope aerial, high flying maneuvers, however you want to call it, however I want to sound smart by saying it. He was killing it, and you said this was a match that came out of nowhere. The surprise at the end definitely came when Ricky Stark came down to the ring, and they basically wanted to hand him a contract to join FTW, and Lio Rush wasn't there. So what does Lio Rush have to say about this? Dante's brother's been MIA, and I like where this is going. I know people are going to probably be like, he doesn't need FTW. They're washed up already. They need to be done and kaput with, but I like where this is going. And of course, A+.
It's interesting that you mentioned Dante Martin's brother. I think Darius Martin, because usually it happens in tag teams, but it also happens in siblings. One sibling or one person in a tag team always achieves success, and the other one doesn't. So, like, I wonder how Darius Martin feels seeing his brother Dante get all this praise and seeing and people saying how great he is. What does that mean for Darius when he finally does return?
Who knows? He has a lot of choices: Lio Rush, FTW, his brother, or Solo.
Exactly. So, of course, we also got a Punk and Eddie Kingston promo, which was basically just to build towards their match. I liked it. I don't have anything else to say besides that it got me excited for Full Gear. If I wasn't already planning on buying Full Gear, definitely Punk and Kingston did one hell of a job selling me Full Gear. Thoughts?
Man, that's WWF video packages from the Attitude Era. It made you believe everything they said seemed to be real from what we've learned on internet websites and dirt sheets, that hey, he's a bum, CM Punk is fake, yada yada yada. I personally hope that Eddie Kingston wins. I hope he becomes like the undercover John Cena of AEW. Punk doesn't need to lose. Doesn't need to win. And him losing to maybe an MJF a year or two down the line isn't going to do anything for anybody, especially him. Right now, Eddie Kingston needs that W way more than CM Punk does.
I definitely agree with you. I like CM Punk. I've always been a fan of CM Punk. I got all his old WWE shirts.
Oh, that's cool.
I gotta get his new AEW ones though. But yeah, I agree. Eddie Kingston needs to win more. I think Punk can afford to take the L here.
Yep. Big time.
Definitely. So then in the main event, we got the Lumberjack match. It was Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy. One thing that I did like is the best friends. What happened to Trent, by the way? Is he still injured?
Good question. I saw there was a sign on AEW Dynamite saying bring back Trent. We miss Trent, stuff like that. I think maybe something to do with his weight or just being how he looks. Not 100% sure, but I'll look into that real quick.
Yeah, because I know he got injured, came back, and then he kind of just disappeared. But the rest of the best friends, they were just as actual lumberjacks.
Oh,
they were just as actual lumberjacks, which I thought was funny. But I noticed that Hardy threw Orange Cassidy face first onto the turnbuckle. Yuta and Chuck Taylor, they got involved too. Everybody got involved here. But of course, my Hardy ended up winning because Ali got involved and Chris Statlander attacked her, which caused a distraction, allowing Matt Hardy to hit Orange Cassidy with the brass knuckles. Your thoughts on that?
Oh man, to answer your question prior to that, you basically nailed it. But Trent Beretta is injured. He just had neck fusion surgery in June, basically July 1st, and he's well known for having a lot of nagging bad injuries. So he might be retiring, honestly, from what it looks like on Google.
Oh, okay.
Wow. But back to you in the main event. I don't like it. If you heard if the people that are listening in your chat room, if you heard the pre-interview with Mark Henry, Orange Cassidy was speaking for all of us when he said, I don't know how long this is going to be. All I know is that this Saturday, it's over. I'm done with. I'm not wrestling. I'm not talking to you. We're not fighting. Being what Orange Cassidy does. And I couldn't agree more. The ending, who cares? So what? Matt Hardy was screaming in his promos. If you go back and listen to it, it's just like, dude, calm down. It sounded like a 90s promo. This match does nothing for me. Like you said, they were dressed up in Lumberjacks. That was cool. Statlander and company. But this isn't the reason why we're watching Fully Loaded tomorrow.
Fully Loaded?
I mean,
Full Gear?
Full Gear, Metal Gear, all the pay-per-views tomorrow.
Oh my god, there's only one pay-per-view on tomorrow. It's Full Gear. What are you talking about?
I'm watching Fully Loaded as well on repeat.
Okay. So do you want to do Full Gear predictions before we get into SmackDown, or do you want to do SmackDown and then do Full Gear predictions?
Let's do Full Gear predictions real quick.
All right, let's do that real quick. You got the card?
Oh no, I'll bring that up right now. It is Full Gear 2001 card, Full Gear card. Let's see it goes. And CBS Sports. And usually they start, wow, you want to start from the beat? Let's start from the top.
Sure.
Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page.
Hangman Adam Page, hello.
Woo! Yeah, I see he's winning too. No ends if ends about it. But the next match, Daniel Bryan versus Miro.
Ooh, that's a tough one to call. I say Miro.
Ooh, I say Daniel Bryan.
Ooh,
now,
okay.
Who is Britt Baker fighting now?
Ty Conti. So I picked Britt Baker.
Britt Baker too. Yeah, definitely. Eddie Kingston, CM Punk. I'm going to Kingston.
I like Punk. I really like Punk, but I agree with you. Kingston needs that win, so Kingston.
Yeah. Now this is where it's a little bit fun. The Inner Circle versus the America's Top Team.
Inner Circle.
Ooh, I'm Top Team.
Okay.
So far, we've been opposite on pretty much everything except for the Eddie Kingston one and Adam Page.
Yeah.
Lucha Brothers, FTR.
And Lucha Brothers.
Lucha Brothers too. Darby Allin, MJF.
Oh, that's a hard one to call too.
Darby Allin, I'm thinking.
Darby Allin?
Yeah, because he lost against CM Punk, so he needs a W.
Yeah, Darby Allin.
And then this match where I swear they've been fighting since AEW started. Christian Cage, Jurassic Express versus SuperKliq. Ooh. SuperKliq just because Jurassic Express and Christian Cage is there. And
go ahead. No, I was gonna say SuperKliq because since Omega's losing, I feel like they need some type of win, because Omega's going to lose.
Perfect sense. Yes, definitely. You want to keep them strong when Undisputed Era comes on, walking in on by.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. If you remember who we chose, well, it's pretty cool to see tomorrow after you're on your review show if you're doing it.
I'll screen record this part and I'll go back and write this down.
Awesome.
All right. So is that the entire card?
Yeah.
No, really?
There's a buy-in match between I think like Nyla Rose and a couple of other people that make no sense.
Oh, it's the final four for the women's tournament.
TBS. Oh yeah, wow. It's the final?
No, it's a final four. It means
Okay.
the final four are teaming up.
Okay. Who do you think is gonna win that?
Um,
Oh.
who is it? It's Nyla Rose, right?
That's why I asked you.
It's
Is
Nyla Rose.
yeah. That's all I know. And Nyla Rose is gonna win.
Oh, I
Sheeta.
know. Oh, it's Nyla Rose and Serena Deep
Mm,
versus Thunder Rosa
and Sheeta. Right?
Hikaru Shida. So I'm
Thunder
gonna go with the
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa and Shida.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
All right. So I guess and on a scale of 1 to 5 and 1 to 10, what would you rate Rampage?
3 out of 5, 7 out of 10. It was a night show.
Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5, 7 out of 10 too. This is a good show. Good, nice go home show. Could have been
Mm-hmm.
worse. Wasn't we had a good build. Good build.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now let's get into everybody's favorite Friday night show. I'd have to go with Smackdown.
What?
Yep. Okay. So SmackDown started off with Sonya Deville in the ring with the women of the Survivor Series team. She was introducing everybody, and then she introduced team captain Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi came out and she started attacking Shayna, and then all chaos break loose. And you know where this is going. In the words of Teddy Long, we're getting a tag team match now, player. Holla.
Oh, man.
This leads to a 6-woman tag match. It's Sasha Banks, Naomi, the debuting Aliyah versus Shayna Baszler, Shotzi Blackheart, and Natalya. Of course, I thought this was an okay match. It wasn't too bad. The winners were obviously Banks, Naomi, and Aliyah, with Aliyah getting the pin in her debut match on SmackDown. But I question how this is building towards Survivor Series. What are your thoughts on this opening segment and match?
It's time for Naomi. I'm surprised Natalya is not out there with Aliyah to have her as her best friend, but Sasha Banks is she's the boss of the team. She's there with a bunch of nobodies. It's really hard to even. We're so early in this, Survivor Series team. It doesn't make sense. All of them were on the other brand, and they're I don't like it. Nope, man.
Had it just been a regular match, it would have been an okay match. But
Mm-hmm.
So then after this, we get a random backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Jeff Hardy. Sami Zayn is talking to himself in front of a mirror, and Jeff Hardy's just standing there listening to this. And that was it. But after this, we get a Roman Reigns segment, and Roman asked Kayla why she was there. Was it to acknowledge him or to flirt with Heyman? And basically, this segment sets up the main event. It basically says it's going to be King Woods versus Roman Reigns in the main event on SmackDown. If Roman Reigns loses, he would have to bend at the knee to Xavier Woods, and if he violates this, he will be stripped of the of the title and be banned from SmackDown. And it's Virginia common law.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if Reigns wins, then Woods has to bend at the knee. As soon as they said that, I knew how the main event was going to end.
I saw your tweet. It's just like you said. There's no way the big dog is bowing down to Woods. No way.
Or losing his title.
No. And when we get to the ending was pretty cool. So
yes. Okay, so then we got Rick Boogz and Nakamura versus Los Lotharios, who are Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. But according to WWE.com, they're now just Angel and Humberto. Yeah, because apparently you can't have a last name.
Biggie said, "Welcome to the club" on Twitter.
Yes. So this was, I'm being biased because I do like Angel Garza and I do think he is attractive. Mm-hmm. So of course he ripped off his pants, and I'm happy that Los Lotharios won. Obviously, come on,
Yes.
But it was an okay match. It wasn't too bad. It did what it was supposed to.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like them as well. I like Angel and Humberto, and Rick Boogz and Nakamura are on a tag team, so that loss doesn't affect them.
Yes, definitely. So Jeff, before we get into the next segment, we learned that Sami Zayn went backstage and demanded that Jeff Hardy be removed from the team. So Adam Pearce says that he will face Jeff Hardy, and whoever loses will get removed from the team. And I believe an NXT 2.0 call up was standing next to Adam Pearce. Von Wagner, I think.
I didn't notice that. I believe you. That's pretty cool. I'll have to go back and check it out.
Yeah, I had to look that up because I didn't know who that was. I don't watch NXT.
Yeah.
So then after this, we got a Charlotte segment. She's basically talking about Becky Lynch, and basically says that Becky Lynch has been the man, the last kicker, two bells banks, big time Bex, and basically says, who the hell is she? Like, who is she?
Oh, wow.
That she's the fabricated champion. This next part was pretty dumb. I did not like this part of the promo.
Mm-hmm.
She basically says that Becky's new nickname at Survivor Series is going to be Becky Oh. Charlotte beat me. Becky Charlotte
my God.
is far superior than me.
Yeah.
And then she went on to say that only one woman, that any woman that steps through those ropes with her, she makes them into a star. And she says that her nickname should be the Star Maker. And basically after this, Toni Storm comes out and interrupts her and pretty much challenges her to a match because she says that Becky Lynch defended her title. So why shouldn't Charlotte defend her title? Of course, Charlotte declines and leaves the ring. Before asking you for your thoughts, I have to say I like this promo up until the whole Becky thing. If you would take that out of that promo, I think this would have been a pretty cool promo. Your thoughts?
Sampic, there was something on Twitter where people were calling out Charlotte for saying that she's all fake, like she basically dissed herself. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, like you nailed it on the spot. I can't top what you said. I agree with everything you said. And I can't top that. I want to say basically what I want to say is it doesn't look like Charlotte's all well, and if the beef between her and Becky Lynch is real, Rose, and I have been sort of saying this from like a year ago. Something seems off about Charlotte, and hopefully it's not true. We like her a lot, but I don't know. Hopefully this is all work.
So if the rumors are true, that means Charlotte's probably taking the L at Survivor Series.
Ooh, yep.
We'll get into that next week. We'll get into that next week as when we do our Survivor Series predictions.
Yeah, Steve Callahan's up in here.
Oh, he is? Let me see. I don't have it on the chat.
Yeah, he just said what's up. He said, yo.
Oh, hey, Steve. What's up? All right. So after this, we had a King Woods segment, basically just to build toward his match against Roman. And he says that Roman Reigns will be banned at the knee. I just rolling my eyes at that. Like, that's not going to happen. And then we also find out that poor little Aliyah got removed from the SmackDown Survivor Series team. No reason whatsoever.
Are you serious? I didn't even.
Yeah, no reason given
Poor
whatsoever.
Aliyah.
She got removed. We don't know who's going to take her place because they didn't announce it.
Oh, bendito.
They did not announce it. But before we move on to the next thing, I gotta
Stone Cold shows up.
I gotta take this off and welcome Canada's greatest export, Steve Callahan.
Oh yes,
I just finished watching SmackDown.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Not impressed.
Where's Michael with his thumping?
Somebody said something to you in the chat room, Steve.
No, you don't need to read that, Steve. All right. So what were your thoughts on poor little Aliyah getting removed from the Survivor Series team, Steve?
Stupid. Like, it was good, a little bit of build up, but I don't care. I don't really care. I don't know if you guys caught it, but check out my video of why Survivor Series sucks.
Yeah, definitely will. Definitely will check out.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why she had to be removed. There was no point to it, though.
Yeah. All right. So then after this, we had Jeff Hardy versus Sami Zayn. Of course, just to reiterate, Whoever lost is gonna get removed from the team. I thought this was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the match. Of course, Jeff Hardy won, meaning Sami Zayn got kicked off the team. But we don't know who's gonna replace him. I'm speculating might be Von Wagner or maybe Rich Holland, since Von Wagner was standing next to Adam Pearce, and then Rich Holland did have a segment later on in the night. But before I go any further, I wanted to say that when you compare this and Raw, like this match with Dominic versus Lashley on Raw, at least, and I have to give some credit to Raw, at least we know that Dominic had to defend his spot and he got replaced. Like, we know why Dominic was going to get removed, because Adam Pearce wanted all former champions on Team Raw. But when you look at Aliyah, like, we don't know why she got removed. She just got removed. Sami Zayn got kicked off. Like,
well, we know why Lashley was on the team.
So, yeah. Well, he is now. But yeah, so I had to give some credit to Raw for at least providing us with that answer as opposed to SmackDown. All right, so what were your thoughts on this, for show?
This is the second person that was removed from a team. So are they doing the opposite? Usually they do qualifying matches. So now it seems like they're like doing Survivor.
What are your thoughts, Steve?
I don't know, stupid. Like, I know they're trying to build up, but I just could care less at this point for the build up to Survivor Series.
Yes, definitely. So next, we actually had a Hit Row segment, but I didn't catch what Hit Row was saying. Mm-hmm. But I will say the segment that followed was pretty cringe. I thought it was. I kind of laughed, but so you had Jinder Mahal and Shanky rapping.
Oh God, that was horrible.
They were rapping.
No way! I saw that on Twitter. I thought that was
dropping bars. Shanky was dropping. He even put on a hat like backwards.
Good thing I was like rapping down and fast forward that whole segment.
Oh,
you didn't catch it, Sergio?
No, I saw still shots on Twitter, and I was trying to figure out what was happening.
It was bad.
Yeah. I would love to hear it. I would like it, actually. I want to see something silly with them, but then again, everybody's doing something silly in WWE.
Make a decision out of it.
But no one's. But I will say this: just swerve off topic. Yes, pun intended, because we do have this show here. I have to say, the king of comedy in wrestling is the Swingman, Johnny Swinger from Impact Wrestling.
Ding, ding, ding!
He's right. The king of comedy.
Yeah, right, Daddy-o.
Yeah, Daddy, Swerve Daddy, Steve Daddy. Start calling you guys Daddy, just like Johnny Swinger calls everybody Daddy.
Oh my God! Que rico!
All right. So just we're back on topic. After that, we had a Rich Holland segment, basically saying that he can't wait to meet Sheamus. Cesaro showed up and basically told him what everybody says: don't meet your heroes, And he says that he's known Sheamus for a long time and references their former tag team. He says that they set the bar because they were the bar. And Rich says that Sheamus will be here next week, and that they'll make an even better team than the bar. Thoughts on this segment, Swerve Show?
I'm still, I don't know. I'm still lost about the other comment. But go ahead, Steve. What do you think about the match, Daddy?
It was a good segment, but no one can beat the bar. I don't think they would make a good tag team. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Daddy.
This isn't Impact. We don't have to be calling
the daddies and
Ham and Eggers.
Tell his daddy's podcast.
The Swerve Show, Swerve Daddy, Rose Daddy.
Oh man.
Oh my God, yeah. All right. So after
Stone Cold showed up.
No. Oh my God. That's us off of 5.
My throat is dry as seconds.
Oh, okay. So after this was the main event. It's King Woods versus Roman Reigns. They make a comment saying that Roman Reigns has been champion for 438 days.
Yep.
Just to reiterate, if Roman Reigns lost this, he would have to bend at the knee, and if he did not bend at the knee, he would be stripped of the title and be banned from SmackDown. If Roman Reigns won, King Woods had to bend at the knee. So I thought this was a good match. You know, I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I had no problem with this match, but I did have a problem with the way it ended. King Woods won, but he won by DQ because as he pinned Roman, the Usos pull him off of Roman, and then they attack him. They hit him with the steel steps. They take his crown, and Roman bends at the knee, and they Usos put the crown on Roman's head to close SmackDown. But I have to say, we all knew that was going to happen. I don't know why they included that stupid stipulation. They should have just had Roman beat Woods clean. You know? So, what are your thoughts on this, Swerve?
You nailed it on the spot again. There was no way that Roman Reigns is gonna be down on bending knees like Boys to Men, looking up to King Woods. I like King Woods' new uniform. He had the W looking like the King's crown. Pretty good match. He did the coast to coast. I did get upset that the Usos interfered. So like my little inner kid was like, they came out and got him. But the end nailed it. There could only be one head of the table, tribal chief, king, and that's Roman Reigns. He straight up stole it from Woods, and there's not a darn thing I don't think he could do about it.
Now you have to acknowledge him.
Yep, definitely.
No. Steve, what were your thoughts on this segment?
It was a good match, but of course, I don't know why they had to put the crown on Roman Reigns. And I'm just sick of Roman Reigns. The Usos come in. I'm just sick of the head of the table. It's getting stale. And of course, they have the crown. I'm just done. Like Roman Reigns, no.
While you're done, I actually like your Roman Reigns, and I acknowledge Roman Reigns as the head of the table.
Well, it was a good match, but I don't know why he needs to wear the crown. Like Xavier Woods earned that crown. Roman Reigns had to get DQ just to put that on. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT chief.
So, what would you rate tonight's SmackDown sort of show?
A 3.5 out of 5. I give it a high 7, Rose high 7.
What about you, Steve?
I got to do my review, but I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Wow, why? Any reason?
It was a decent SmackDown.
All right, so I have to kind of maybe change the way I need to rank because I do agree it was a decent SmackDown. Was it the greatest SmackDown? No. Was it a terrible SmackDown? No. It was down the middle. However, if I'm just gonna grade this based on quality, then yeah, it's definitely a 3. But you have to remember we're building towards Survivor Series, so that changes my opinion on stuff.
What build up?
And the build up, it was a poor build up. I don't know why all the women in the Survivor Series match are fighting each other when they should be united. That's 1. I don't know why they're removing
it's overrated
from teams. That's 2. I don't know why they added that stupid stipulation of Roman bending the knee.
Yeah, no, right?
We knew that wasn't going to happen.
Of course, Roman's got to win.
So, if it wasn't for the Survivor Series build, if it wasn't for that stupid stipulation, I would give this SmackDown a 3 because it was a decent SmackDown. But when I factor all that in, I have to give it a 2.5 out of 3. I mean, 2.5 out of 5. Just because of all those things.
Woo.
You know? But that's just my opinion.
I retract my statement. I give it a new rating. I had to think about it. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they still like Xavier Woods didn't take the loss though, so he's still somewhat. But then again, he doesn't have the crown.
I know, but why did he need the other crown? He's already the tribal chief. He already surpassed Roman Reigns with his goons.
You know why? I agree with you 100%. It makes him even more bad ASS. And people on Twitter, everybody's changing their profile pictures to that. All those E-drones, those bots, WWE Stan accounts, all of them have it now on Twitter.
But like, I get Roman Reigns is good, but like, the only reason he surpassed CM Punk is the mostly help of his goons every single time. There was times not, but most of the Usos are to help with
True.
that reign.
What if he gives the crown to Paul Heyman and they start calling him Burger King?
I don't like it. I'm mad because Xavier Woods legitimately earned that, and they're just gonna have Roman take it off him. Like, screw Roman Reigns.
But King Heyman introducing the tribal chief.
Why does Heyman need it? Xavier Woods, why can't he just keep it? Like,
Picture that crown on his bald head. No.
But why does he give it to Xavier Woods? Is a great king. Why do you have to give it to Roman Reigns? That goat.
How is he a great king? Nah, I'm just saying. I agree with you,
and that is me, a 2-time king.
King Cowhand, 2-time king.
But yeah. So, what do you guys think was a better show tonight? Rampage or SmackDown?
Rampage.
Oh, we're on unison.
Every time I will say Rampage anytime. Even though I watch both shows, Rampage is always. I always have to go.
There was one week where I thought SmackDown was better than Rampage.
Yeah, but Rampage was good. They had a good build up. See, this is how at least they didn't have to build up. Like, I don't care for WWE. Like, yeah, they're building up, but it's too late. Like, I don't care.
Like, okay, so like I said, if you take out those 3 things that I mentioned, I would have chosen SmackDown over Rampage, just because I thought it was a decent SmackDown.
Yeah.
But it's because of those 3 things. I had to pick Rampage.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that they're just doing a whole. It just feels like they're scrambling. That's why they're doing the women fighting.
Yeah, like I said, if you take away that like Woods versus Reigns was a great match. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Good, but
you take out that stupid stipulation.
Yeah,
I would have chosen SmackDown over Rampage. Definitely.
Rampage had a few little surprise matches, though. At least one with that Dante Martin match.
Yeah.
And Ariya.
Even though that was a random match,
that was cool.
That was just for the crowd. There were 2 hometown boys, and it was still a good match.
Oh, wait till tomorrow, though. We're gonna be good.
All right.
I hope so.
Definitely. I'm excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait.
I already bought it, so I'm ready. I already paid for it.
Bought it? Yeah, I bought it too.
We did our predictions. Who do you think is going to win between with you, Eddie Kingston and CM Punk?
Me?
Yeah.
I have to go Punk.
Punk?
Ooh.
He's been my boy since I've known him for wrestling. So, I like Eddie Kingston. I gotta go with Punk, and I'm gonna go with Miro. Danielson.
Miro.
Went Danielson over Miro.
Damn.
But I'm predicting Hangman Page, the new AEW champion.
Hangman. Yeah, I think we all agree.
Hangman, but yeah, come on. Kills. Kenny Omega had that belt for too long. So send him back to the pig with no belt. Just do it.
It is going to be an interesting show, like you said.
Definitely.
Worth the $50.
Better than a Survivor Series, that's for sure. I'm calling it now.
I don't even want to watch Survivor Series.
You need that content, though.
I'm going to do the predictions, but yeah, even though I did a rant of how much it sucks now.
Yeah. All right, so as we get ready to wrap up Swerve Show, do you got anything you want to plug or promote?
No, just thank you for anybody that's showed up but no, nothing to promote, and thank you for having me on your show talking about SmackDown and Rampage.
Of course, always a pleasure having you on. You're welcome anytime you want.
Thank you.
What about you, Steve?
Tomorrow I have a premiere for my part 2 for Top 10 Canadian Wrestlers. Plus I got my watch along. And then for Sunday, I got my Top 10 Survivor Series pay-per-views from 1 to 10 premiering.
Nice. As for myself, if you guys haven't checked out my unboxing of the Lightning Collection Pink Power Morpher, I did that on Morphin Mondays. As you guys know, I do wrestling and Power Rangers content on this channel, so check out some of my Power Rangers content if you like Power Rangers. I cover wrestling on a weekly basis, and as for tomorrow, I probably will go live after Full Gear, and I might do something for Eddie Guerrero since tomorrow is the 16th anniversary of his passing. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do, but I might do a small little video on him, maybe.
Yeah, I'll say what to do. Oops.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And we might see you guys tomorrow or see you next time. Oh, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live for a
Get
release.
up to 500 subscribers on this
Bye.
channel. Bow, 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 bow.
Ew.